Nurses, start your CE business in just one day. Doesn't that sound amazing? Hi, it's Teresa Sanderson, and I'm just popping in to talk with you a little bit more about, why nurses should be teaching what they know, turning what they already know into income with a nursing continuing education business and that kind of thing, and letting you know that coming up very, very soon, we have a workshop from nurse to CE provider, teach what you know and grow a business you love, that is coming up. And I would love to see you in the workshop if you are one of the many people that I talk to every single day and every single week who say, Teresa, I've been trying to figure out how to start a nursing continuing education business on my own for years, and I've never been able to figure it out. Okay. So in this workshop that's coming up soon, we're going to be going through all of the details of what is the plan and what does it look like to actually start a nursing continuing education business? This is really different than any other workshop I've ever led. So it's the first time it's going to be presented. I'd love to have you there. We're going to talk about the opportunity for nurses in the field of nursing continuing education. And then we're also going to explore what courses you may already have within you that you can easily teach to other people and award continuing education credit for. We're going to go through a training on using AI tools in an ethical way using AI as a support tool that requires human oversight so that you can write your courses much, much more quickly than we used to be able to even just a couple of years ago. And lastly, you're going to leave this workshop with a 90-day roadmap for launching your own nursing continuing education business. Okay. But first, let's talk about what's been holding you back all these years. Let's talk about what's been holding you back. And I think there's a lot of overwhelm that hits nurses when they, first of all, just want to step into business, right? So we feel this sense of overwhelm. I don't really know what to do. I don't know where to find all the information. And trust me, the information about how to establish yourself as a CE provider is kind of buried on the internet. It's locked up tight like Fort Knox. So I'm not kidding. This is why people contact me all the time and say, I've been working on it for years. You are not alone. So the other thing that gets in nurses' way is this imposter syndrome. I'm not enough. I need another degree. Surely I need to learn more. I've never been an educator. Okay. But you know what? I want every nurse who's listening and watching to hear me clearly. You are enough. You have always been enough. And if you've ever precepted or mentored another nurse, if you've led an in-service training or participated in an in-service training, if you've created a course on anything else, then you are qualified to teach nursing continuing education. Okay, I want you to hear me clearly on that. So what you need really isn't more hours spent in research trying to figure this out for yourself. You need clarity and you need a plan, because one of the things that really holds nurses back is trying to figure it out. Okay, just trying to figure it out. And there have been a lot of things that I've gone about in my business that I have worked hard to figure out on my own. And what I believe at this point in my business is when I don't know how to do something, I want to hire someone to teach me, coach me, train me in what I need to learn so that I can get to the end result sooner. Are you with me? So that's really what's coming up in this workshop called From Nurse to CE Provider. Teach what you know and build a business you love. But again, many nurses delay in starting or never start their businesses because they just cannot figure it out on their own. And so that's one of the things that makes this workshop very, very different. This is not a course where you're going to sit back and you're going to learn and you might get a little sleepy. It's not a workshop like that. You are going to be doing a lot of the work yourself. And some of the things that you're going to be doing, for instance, you're going to identify at least 3 CE topics based on your existing knowledge and experience. You'll understand and learn the components of a nursing CE course. You'll learn how to use AI. We talked about that. And also how to take your courses online. But the key thing that you're going to leave with from this workshop is your 90-day CE Business Launch Plan. So by the time we finish, you will have your own personalized, custom roadmap for how you could get this thing started in 90 days. So everything starts, we start an entire business with one thought, one idea, one step. Okay. Do you see what I'm saying? This workshop could be that one step for you that's going to knock all of the dominoes down that are behind it. Does that make sense? So I'm super excited to bring this workshop that's coming up. And I want you to know really that, well, you might be thinking, is one day really enough? Yes, it is. I know that as nurses, we're used to 8-hour shifts, 12-hour shifts, right? We're used to working long hours and we're used to working hard during those hours, okay? But the truth is, what I can deliver to you in this one-day workshop is everything I've learned over the last 15 years about how you can get started in this business in a way that is easier, faster, and better, okay? So we can take massive amounts of time off of your learning curve. And so one day truly is enough. It's enough for me to outline this content in a way that you can easily digest it, you can learn from it, and you can come away with some working tools that will serve you well in the future. But along with that, I want you to understand why now is the perfect time for starting a nursing continuing education business. I think we all know there are more than 4 million nurses in the United States alone. More than 4 million, okay? Each of them has a requirement for continuing education that is either for their license, renewal, or may be mandated by their employer, okay? We also know that nurses are tired of the run-of-the-mill, words on paper kind of nursing continuing education. So I can teach you ways to deliver nursing continuing education in a way that it's going to be engaging, it's going to be inspiring, and it's going to leave your learners wanting to learn more from who? From you, okay? And this is the difference between what I consider, low quality nursing continuing education and very high quality nursing continuing education, because high quality nursing continuing education is provided by nurses who are passionate about the subject matter they're teaching. Okay, so this is a way for you to bring your purpose and what you already love doing in nursing and create high quality nursing continuing education courses for others that's going to do what? Improve nursing practice, probably improve nursing retention, just all kinds of things. We have a lot of wonderful cascading things that happen, improving patient outcomes and all of that. So whether you work in psych, whether you work in hospice, maybe you're an aesthetics nurse or you're doing case management or even in long-term care, I want you to hear me when I say your lived experience is valuable. The education, the wisdom that you have amassed between your ears during your time as a nurse, okay, is something that other nurses need, especially today when our educational systems have changed so much from when I went to nursing school more than 30 years ago. Okay, nurses are not getting the same type of education. They're not getting the same type of clinical experiences. They're not getting, the same level of guidance that they used to. So having high quality nursing continuing education available that is specific to the different niches and specialties that nurses work in is vitally important for today. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Okay, so if I step away from the bedside and start teaching nursing continuing education, that makes me less of a nurse. Not at all. Not at all. Teaching nursing continuing education, and we totally have to get away from that stuff, right? That's just more nurses eat their young kind of mentality, and we're all about nurses feeding their young. So teaching nursing continuing education allows you to serve nurses in a totally different way. It allows you to really pour into them in a very different way, and it allows you to do some wonderful things for yourself, like build a flexible stream of income that is not built on you working another shift. It allows you to maybe step away or back away from burnout without leaving the nursing profession, your license, behind. It also can allow you to reclaim your time, your voice, and your impact. When nurses teach what they know, they are impacting the future of the nursing profession. For all too long, nurses have kept each other down. We've held each other down, held each other back. And when we teach nursing continuing education that's based on what we have learned and the wisdom we've developed over years of time in the field, that is how we impact the future of our profession. And that's what you have an opportunity to do. So I want to encourage you, check out the workshop. There's a link below this video. We're going to spend about 6 hours together on Saturday, August 23rd. You're going to get 4 contact hours worth of nursing continuing education credit from that. You're going to get access to my personal AI tools and prompts that I use in my daily work in continuing education, workbooks, guides, a live Q&A session, and so much more, plus a 100% satisfaction guarantee if you are for any reason not satisfied with what you get from the workshop. I want you to remember this key point, though. This workshop and you teaching nursing continuing education, you stepping into that field and starting a business is not just about a business. It's about changing nursing culture and improving the future of our profession, right? Because education is key to transforming the culture in our profession. And so when we step into leadership, mentorship, and education roles, we are impacting nursing culture. I hope you'll join me for the workshop, and let's step together into a better future for nursing. I will chat with you soon. Bye-bye for now.